have you ever manifested in life?
Yes and no. If somebody comes sit near me in that spot, I'm like, please go from this. This is my spot.
Have an open communication with the higher power, miss, through and through. I feel very connected, and this was particularly the year when I really found my spirituality in a way and what my belief system is.
So I look up at the sky and I say, okay, I do this, I did this, I'm going to do this. Do you think I should
Right.
do? So it's like I'm talking to something. So that's my healing.
I was emotional eating, and I think munching just to instant gratification, just to feel better and stuff your face and eat your feelings away was my thing.
I really believe that writing down what I wish or what I aspire to be has really worked for me. When you show gratitude, but when you add but to that, that means you're denying that gratitude, what you were doing in the first place. Okay, let me ask you.
Go on.
What do you think about manifestation? So basically, how people ask, what is happiness? What is life?
Have you thought about death?
Yeah, have you thought about death? What is manifestation to you?
Oh God. I think lately we have just given these things like a terminology, but it has existed since forever. Needless to say, I mean. People have always manifested things, is what I like to believe. And yes, I do believe in manifestation, but not the standard way of the it girls by just, I mean, I see that smile on your face and you know what I'm talking about. Just putting things on a vision board or writing it 20 times or like saying those affirmations in the day and being a bitch is not gonna make you get there, right? So I believe it's just that really putting in the work, having the right intent, and right intent and hard work really gets you there, and visualizing helps, in my opinion, because touch wood, I have achieved a bit of the things I had visualized maybe at some point in life. I remember, if I may share a very cute thing, I remember seeing like all those American high school, movies and rom-coms, and I would see these yellow taxis, yellow school buses, the lockers in the corridors. You get what I'm talking about,
The
right?
city life, New York life, or maybe.
Yeah, but I'm still in North America, so
yeah.
like I'm making my way up there, and it's the little things. It's walking in just busy streets of Toronto. You know, right? The vibe of it,
The
walking on a busy street in the city. It's a vibe.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And the same time, it's so stimulating for your brain.
Yeah.
So when you go on for a walk,
Yeah.
like when we have our mental health walks, as we call it.
Yes.
Like we used to go for a walks, but now it's called as mental health walks, which is nice. I like it.
I like the term.
We don't feel good. We're going for a walk. Nobody disturbs us. I just go on for go. I don't know where I reach, and then I Google back to my house. Okay.
That's exactly what I told you on the first
Oh yeah.
meet, right?
And I told you I cannot do that.
But you do now?
Now I do that.
Babe, you're getting there.
Yeah. I was like, no,
Yeah.
let me see where I just go. I just walk, and I reach somewhere.
It's kind of not fun. It's like kind of liberating in a yes. You're with your thoughts. I'm just walking somewhere, and I know for a fact I'm not gonna like walk 2 hours away
Yeah.
from my place. I'm gonna find my way back. You're around, but it's
Somewhere.
just you and your thoughts, and that is my me time. I
Yeah.
love getting my steps in like that.
It's so nice, but you cannot have that, I think, when you live in the city, in the downtown area. Me and my friend were talking about the other day. She visited me where I live, right?
Yeah.
I don't live very far from the downtown,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not like a concrete jungle. So the thing is, when you
Gotcha.
walk here, it's so stimulating for your
It is,
brain
it is.
that you don't get to feel that you're on a walk. It's so much
I totally
happening
get it,
around
yeah,
you,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then when you walk in a certain area where there's always nature,
Yeah.
it pushes you
Yeah.
to think.
It's two different vibes completely, but like walking through the finance street is something that finance block really gives me the vibe
Finance
of like
guys.
it gives me some like I feel like a fucking CEO even though I'm not. It's just it gives me that productive-ish vibe. I don't
all the
know.
people's in suits and
Yeah,
everything. I'm
it's
like,
a good
"Ooh."
vibe. You're like, all right, I'm walking through in here. I feel good and I feel like you got this. It's a day to hustle and all that. But when on the other part, when I am in the suburbs where I live and I'm on a walk in the nature, it's just a whole different vibe. It's you feel so much more relaxed with your thoughts, or either you have your headset on, but like you're within yourself.
I'm still confused about where I really like to live.
Same.
I like city. I like
Yeah.
living in high-rise buildings. I
Yeah.
like to see that city view.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like having some peace and not the sirens and everything going around.
Yeah. What do you think of manifestation, and have you ever manifested in life?
Yes
Take it
and
out.
no.
Yeah, I could
Yes
see
and
that.
no, because earlier when I was back in India, this was a new concept by that, like new concept as in
A new
a
terminology.
new terminology.
Yeah.
We used to wish.
Yeah.
We used to wish. I wish I had this. I wish I have this life. But then this was a new terminology, and I feel this was a good terminology.
Yeah.
You have your opinion, I have my opinion as being a it girl, and you call it like all those affirmations. I didn't know
Okay.
how manifestation works, right? I was like very naive, very amateur kind of a girl, how this works. I was a very simple, okay, I wish I had this. But then when this topic came around, I think I saw so many videos,
Yeah.
so many videos, and then I got to know, oh, this is how it works, this is what I have to do. And I got so much into that in COVID times,
Yeah.
because we had free time, that you have to write not even 20 times, but you have to write in the present sentence. You
Yeah.
have to visualize you are living that life, you are doing this, you are doing that. And I think,
Go for
I'm
it.
not sure, I think that has helped me to
I'm
where I
glad.
am today,
I'm glad.
right? I think, because I don't know, nobody in our family know how this works.
Yeah. In my I mean, again, having, we are very free to have our own opinions. I'm glad it works for you. How it works for me is, it's not even an opinion, it's just that it works for me this way. That I see myself, that I know for a fact, I visualize, because I'm putting in the work and the effort. I see myself somewhere, and I know these are the things I will be doing. I might not really say it in the present day and really do those affirmations like early in the morning, but I am a very spiritual person in that sense. So I'm like, I don't need to like visit the temple to be in touch with the universe or God, you call it, or whatever is that thing. If you believe in, I do.
Yeah.
So that power, that I do believe in a higher power, and it's always that I know for a fact, like, I'm in constant communication. So I don't have to, again, take out time to visit a certain place to talk to that higher power.
I really like that thing where you say you have to visit a certain place to prove
Exactly.
that you believe in a higher power. But even if you're not going, and if you're feeling, I used to feel bad actually, because I've been brought up in a place where there is so much of spirituality in that city. Everybody is so spiritual.
Go and tell
there.
us a little about that, because I have something to add there. Like how you met me and you told me about your relationship with Harmandir Sahib.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So I've been brought up in that city
Right.
my whole life, but my family is not was not very spiritual. My father is now.
Amritsar, Punjab, you're talking about. Give them the
Yeah,
details.
sorry, yeah. I am from Amritsar, Punjab, India. So if you know Golden Temple,
Yeah.
so that's what most people call it. But it's called Golden Temple, Harmandir Sahib and Darbar Sahib. So I've been brought up there for my first 22 years. And my family was never this spiritual. We never used to go to Gurdwara that much.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Interesting.
But then I think in my university, we used to bunk colleges, universities, and then we used to sometimes go to Golden Temple, and sometimes with my friends we just time pass.
Of course, of
We
course.
didn't know where to go, so like Golden Temple,
naive,
some
yeah.
malls, this and that. So we used to go there, and then from there was a turning point in my life. I think pre-COVID, that I didn't know what to do with my future. I don't know if I have to go to abroad,
Yeah.
what career to pursue in, because I was never very aware of the fact what is the most high paying skill or job,
Ooh, got it.
right? Because there's no people around us to guide
there's
us,
nobody
like
to
you have
guide.
to do medical or this field to
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
high
yeah.
paying job.
The
So I somehow
conventional
got into content creation. I started making videos in COVID, this and that, and I really loved it.
Yeah.
And then I used to go to Golden Temple every day. Every day at the evening I will go, I will sit there. There's a specific spot there. Whoever see that live from Golden Temple, I
Hanji,
show
hanji,
them
hanji.
under that berry, that the tree in front of the Golden Temple. That's my specific spot.
How
So if somebody, I don't know, if somebody comes sit near me in that spot, I'm like, please go from this. This is
Ah,
my
this is
spot.
my spot.
I need to sit there. I need to vent out. That is my spot.
Oh my God.
But luckily it was
Yeah.
always empty.
Yeah.
So I used to go there. I used to cry. I used to cry like for 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't know why. But it's like the higher power that you said. It just forces you to
I really feel
like the emotion, right? Even if the
pulls
prayers
it
are
out
going
of you,
on.
bro.
The prayers are going on, you don't know. I'm reciting the prayer,
Yeah.
but I'm just crying. And all that things which is inside, it's coming out.
Yeah.
But then I don't care if people are watching me, but it's like I'm crying. It's nothing. I just to do this dupatta a little more towards my face so nobody sees me while I'm crying like a crocodile or this and that. But it's so fun that
It's so fun in hindsight. It's so fun to look back when you
And
were
this girl is going
bawling-
crazy
Yeah,
and
when you're
crazy.
bawling your eyes out in the Gurdwara, it's not
because
fun.
there are most tourist people there.
know,
They're not
Baba. I know.
connected the way people brought up there.
know.
And I'm like,
Then
why
what
is she
happened?
crying? What happened to
She
her?
okay.
But that happened after like 2-3 months of visiting.
Yeah.
First 2-3 months are okay, normal, but then it started
I
hitting
really
me.
feel you. Yeah, yeah,
right?
I do.
And I think most of the healing which is in me, which
Yeah.
is a not, I'm still healing. It has come from there. And I think that is the higher power which is doing everything for me.
Yeah.
If I have to visualize a higher power, I
Yeah.
visualize Golden Temple.
I like
That's
that.
my visualization. You know, you
Like that.
visualize a
yes,
higher power.
Yes, yes.
You visualize your gods. I
Yeah.
visualize Golden Temple. I don't know why. So
very
that's my
beautiful.
visualization.
Yeah.
That's how I'm connected to.
So
and that's why I
beautiful.
think I brought up this topic today. Like, let's talk about this.
I love that. Why I asked you particularly that question, and I wanted you to mention it because we discussed about this on our first meeting, which happened to be a time in life where things weren't going really well. I sort of shared that as well with you. I'm like, nothing is going well and all that. And that higher power for me is basically a father figure. And I lost my dad really early on. I was barely 10 years old when I lost my dad. So I always think of that. I used to, again, even when I was smaller, I used to fight literally with Babaji a lot that why did you take him so early? But then I started to believe if he has taken him so early, he's there. He's watching me and all my life decisions from above. And which is why I say I'm a God's child. Whenever I visualize myself, whenever I visualize a higher power, it's Guru Nanak Dev Ji's picture. And I know somewhere in that Guru Nanak Dev Ji's picture, when I also see my father. And apparently my mom also lost her dad really young, which is very unfortunate. But then my mom also used to say this, that whenever she goes to the Gurdwara, whenever she used to bow down in front of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, bhi matha tekti hai, she felt like she's come to like her dad's place, literally. The Gurdwara really felt like that. So I think I got a little bit of it from my mother. But yeah, I genuinely feel that the higher power is a father figure to me and a guiding force henceforth. And it has always been like that. So all my life decisions, and just like a father figure, I literally fight sometimes. I throw tantrums. I'm like, if you're not going to do this, I'm not going to be this way. So you have to. And I like the way you would, fight and talk to a parent is literally how I do it.
Yeah.
To a person is literally how I do it. I'm like, you have to give it to me. I have worked my ass off. And you know it, you see it. I have an open communication with the higher power, miss, through and through. I feel very connected. And this was particularly the year when I really found my spirituality in a way and what my belief system is. Because again, when I'm so much within my thoughts and with myself, I realized, and that was a very helpful hook to hang on to.
Yeah, it's actually good. You need something
To grip on.
to hang on, to grip on, so that you can make one day at least. You go on
One
one
day
day
at
at
a
life. Because
time.
if there's nothing,
Yeah.
then there is no purpose in living
Yeah.
life. As usual,
Yeah.
if people say we don't have a higher purpose to live, but it's just a purpose for may it be a materialistic purpose. I'm not scared to admit it. I need a materialistic purpose to grip on, but it is still a purpose. And
I think purpose is very, very individual, sabka. So some
is.
people are very like, we want to leave a legacy. I'm like, good for you. But I really want to live this life to the fullest. I do not care or know about the fact that if people are going to give a shit whilst
Nobody
I'm gone.
remembers you.
But till the day I die, I want to do good. So when I talk about spirituality, I see it from a very humanitarian approach. It is like, to me, religion, or just any religion for that matter, the crux is kindness.
be a
Be kind
kind
to
human.
people, be a good human, believe in humanity, believe in people, do good to actual living, breathing human
Other
beings,
than-
organisms, and like animals, and like all
Yeah.
of those things, other than, well,
Yeah. If you believe in God, if you think you are a very spiritual person, but
Yeah.
still you're not a very kind human, you still have those kinds of
Lacking some
non-humanly things we do, like whatever that is. But then you're not
Yeah.
God's child.
Yeah.
Maybe I think then you're not.
I believe that.
And I think I was talking to maybe Sahas yesterday. He was asking about what episode you're going to do, and I told him,
Yeah.
we're talking about some spirituality, how our journey has been. He is a very spiritual person.
Oh, interesting.
And he is the first person
Yeah.
in my life to got me into believing this thing, not in spirituality,
Yeah.
but in how do I say, self-healing, healing things, or all of these things.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be kind. He's very kind human. You have to be very kind first. So he's the first person I interacted with face to face.
Yeah.
And I spoke about a lot of things and how he healed his
Yeah.
passing. He's
Of
been through a
course.
lot. So how he healed, what he's been through. So listening to others' experience also give you kind of, oh, I should also
Most
do
definitely.
that. Oh, if it helped you,
Yeah.
it should help me also.
Yeah.
So I was talking, I think in the last episode I mentioned I really love talking to the sky because I feel like I'm talking to my higher power, looking up in the
Yeah.
sky. So I look up in the sky and I say, okay, I do this, I did this, I'm going to do this. Do you think I should do?
Right.
So it's like I'm talking to something. So that's my healing.
Yeah.
Okay, and I was talking to this in the last episode, and
Yeah.
I was talking to him yesterday
Yeah.
also, that I found it. Like
nice.
after
Yes.
a trial and error of
Yeah.
meditating this and that, I found my, maybe I will get bored of this soon, but for now this is working
Yeah.
for me. I like it.
Yeah.
And then he said, do you know that there is a sky healing as well? I'm like, really? He
Tell
said
me
it's not
more
like
about
you have to
it.
talk to sky.
Yeah.
Sky healing is like there are 3 rounds of breathing exercise in that.
Okay.
So he said you can't even imagine the amount of trauma it will extract from your body. You'll start crying, you'll start laughing, everybody will have different reactions, but it will heal you. And I was listening to a podcast. I'm listening to a podcast by Richard something. She's a girl, and the podcast name is Fuck the Spirituality, but she talks about spirituality.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
she was talking about how we think trauma is in our minds,
Yeah.
but it is in our body,
Oh, yeah.
right? And I was like, it's actually true. We think
is,
like
it
it's
is.
in our subconscious mind, which is kind of
Is,
true,
But
but
also,
it affects our body
It
so much.
does.
The way you're not glowing or fitting or getting fitter, whatever that is, you're
Yeah.
trying so much.
Yeah.
I used to exercise a lot, but then I've put my body into stress
yeah.
thing. Now I do less, but I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
So that means my
But you're
body
more
knows.
active, you feel better, you're good. Right?
Yes,
you
that
feel
means
fitter
my body needs a medium to get the
to
trauma
release that.
out
Yeah.
of that. I was not giving it that.
Yeah.
So I think the listening to podcasts and people sharing
Yeah.
their experience
Yeah.
helps you a lot.
It really, really does. And the way you said, I mean, it's so relatable, first of all, because, bro, this year has been like, I have had 20 years worth of formative experiences in 1 year.
That's how living life abroad is.
That's how it is, bro. And I relate to each bit. So within this 1 year, I've really worked on my fitness, and it genuinely
She's
came.
lost so much weight, guys. It's so difficult. I am very proud of her.
Thank
But it's
you,
very
Lala.
difficult to lose this much weight.
But it's because it is not just me starving or dieting. It's the fact that I wanted to make those lifestyle changes altogether. So I have made 180-degree lifestyle changes, dude. I can't recognize myself one bit from exactly 1 year ago. Remember, I shared like a story the other day. Exactly 1 year ago, I'm like, I don't know her. She's beautiful, she's confident, she's good. But also like the headspace she was in. I love to refer to my old self as in third person. But she was super different, dude.
Was she this happy?
No.
Fitter?
No.
You were going through some things when you were that 1 year ago.
I was emotional eating, and I think munching just to for that instant gratification, just to feel better and stuff your face and eat your feelings away was my thing. And like boredom eating or not happy in life, so you're just like, there's not what's the next really quick fun dopamine that I can get, really. So order in some food, eat, don't move, watch in movies. Like I used to watch the whole series in a day, dude, like just 12 hours of binging on Netflix, and like woke up, watched Netflix the whole day, slept again. And I used to work maybe like 3 days a week, barely. Now I'm like 3 weeks have not taken an off day, which is not healthy either. But
I
like
think it's okay.
that's okay. It's a phase.
It's balance.
It's balance. It's a phase. I really think I've lost a good amount of time in my life, so I'm making up for it. But coming back to how you were saying, the people that you meet and come across really, in a way, strengthen your beliefs and show you the whole worldview. So you actually coming the first time we met and talking about Golden Temple and your spirituality was such a, I was like, it low-key does not make sense to talk about, talk about such deep topics on our first meeting. It happened with you. You talked about your faith and your spirituality, and I related so much because both of our mothers are also really spiritual like that. And likewise, as I was telling you, I met this one time I put up a story for a college project that I need a model for makeup, and this lady comes up, she participates in that to volunteer. She has 2 kids my age. She comes up and she had no business talking to me, literally talking to me, the girl she's met for the first time. She was a follower about God, about spirituality, timing in life, faith, prayers, Simran, उन सब की बातें कर रही है. And I was like,
wow.
God. And I was just like, I know what you're doing. I see you. Trust me, I see you. I really talk to him like that. I say him because, again, it's a father figure to me. I'm like, I know what you're doing. And bro, it's not even funny. I see this with my best friend all the time. Like one bad thing, like one day I have of like Max cribbing. The next day he shows me the minutest ray of hope, even though it's not like, oh, things just happen, but I see the wheel moving suddenly. I'm like, he's showing me that slowly but surely it's working, so stay on the fucking path. You
but it's good that you realize he's showing you the path. I don't. I'm like, I'm so lost sometimes. I'm just doing. I don't see the signs. When you have the same aura, vibe, energy, you attract the same vibe or energy.
That
right?
though for a fact.
Because Sahaz, we were going back from the shooting and Sahaz told me, I attract kind people, good people automatically. I said, yeah, that's why you got me. And he said, no, that's not the one. Some PCs are like here and there. But I said, I know. I got the gist of you. Like, whatever you are, you attract that kind of people.
For real.
And even if you don't attract that kind of people, over the time, you get that feeling like, this is such ick person. You get the ick from that person.
I get it.
And when you get the ick, that is a sign from the God that this person is not for you.
Okay, depends. But sure.
Yeah, it depends.
Ick is a sign from God. I'm like, depends, girl.
Depends. Situations depends. But mostly from like friends, people around you, not going into the romantic or situations or relationships.
I'm like, bro, the men I have gotten an ick from God.
That even the God will come down. No, please, this is not meant for you. Like, who are you to tell me? This is not meant for me. I know better for myself.
I have a very funny one.
I know, because my mama says, even if the God tell you this is not right for you, who are you?
Yes.
I'll figure out myself.
Don't call me out like that.
It's everybody.
I had a friend go on a date, and within the first, she's so good. I love her. Within the first 5 minutes, she says on the guy's face, God really sent you to see that I'm still stupid or not.
Did she really say that?
I was like,
I want to be her so much right
like,
now. They're like, we should have guts to say that.
Exactly. I was like, bro, because I know the backstory. I'm like, I'm so happy for you. You have no idea. But
I
like,
know.
a little harsh.
Yeah. Apart from those situationships that we put ourselves into, that God must and must not have any power, He really sends people that attracts. That is good for you, and He will remove the person who is not good for you. I know that influencer. I don't remember her name. I'm very bad at it.
It's okay.
She's from Dubai, and she went viral with her car videos. Like she used to went out in car,
Oh.
and then her videos got viral, this and that. So she posted one reel where she was saying, if you really want a person to remove from your life, she was referring to a boyfriend or a man who is in your life and you don't want to continue, like it's toxic. And if you want a person to remove from your life, give the signs or tell that to the higher power. And she was so confident in that. She said within 3 days that person will be gone from your life. And she said, I don't know how it works. It worked with her, with her sister. I don't know how true
It has worked
is.
with me as well.
I don't know how true it is, but she said, if you really want the person to be, only then you do it.
It has worked
And
with
I'm
me
so
as
scared
well.
to do that with, I don't know with
Yeah.
what person, but
Yeah.
I don't want to try it, but I want to hear you.
It has it's so funny that you brought it up. I would have never otherwise. It has literally worked with me. I'm not going to share the specifics, but I was in a super bad place. I cried on a call with my mother for like over an hour, swelled up my eyes and everything, and like bawled my eyes out. And I was like, at this point, it doesn't even feel like he's there, because if he was, he wouldn't, like God or the father figure. How can like God see his own child like this, right? He wouldn't do this to me. And and mom was like, because mom knows that I treat him like a father figure. Mom was like, put in ardas. Same thing. I did on that night, bawling my eyes out, almost fighting. I was like, I want this situation to be gone, this person to be gone. And I put in money in front of there's a photo of Babaji in my room. I put in the money there, like ardas maine dali, I put in there, and I was like, I'll come to the Gurdwara and put the same money in the Golak when you listen to me. Over a month, then the very next month, that situation was done and out of my life. And I went to Gurdwara on the same day. I put the same money in the Golak and I was like, thank you. This has actually happened with you. So when you said it, I was like,
But I really have something to touch on, which is the subconscious mind. I did not again know about this concept before COVID. COVID was like a 360 turn for me in a lot of ways. So I came to know about subconscious mind, subconscious reprogramming, this and
Yeah.
that. And I've been listening to podcasts here and there, not regularly, because these kinds of podcasts are so
Heavy, for sure.
that you cannot listen to them every day.
That's true.
And it gets to you at some point, like, am I doing something wrong with my life? Because if this is working for him, her, or them, why it's not working for
Yeah.
me? And I was listening to again a podcast maybe a week ago. They said that 100 years ago, people did not compare themselves with each other because there was tribes. They used to live in one tribe. They don't know what's happening in the northwest side of the tribe. They compare between or among each other. But now with the internet, which is a good thing, we have access to everybody's life. So our subconscious mind gets affected, even if you don't want to.
Yeah.
And whenever you listen to a podcast, it gets heavy. And after even the podcast, if it's not very, how do I say, very connecting, you doubt yourself. I used to listen to podcasts and I was like, oh, she's talking about those many things, worked for her, she did that, she did this, whatever those. I am also doing kind of same things, but why it's not working for me?
Correct.
Same thing. I was comparing her highlights with my life.
Yeah.
But I don't know how still now I don't know how the subconscious mind
We
works.
also have to really make sure that people only share their highlights.
Yeah.
Even us, bro.
But I really believe that writing down what I wish or what I aspire to be has really worked for me. So whatever I've written, maybe listening to all of these things around me, I gave it a try and I wrote it with so much belief and with so much of positivity energy
yeah.
that it actually instantly happened
How sweet.
in certain maybe a week or two or
Yeah.
maybe like max a month.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my family also one day, like whatever I've thought, not everything, but some of it, God gives you instantly. Like, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, right?
I'm listening to you,
Yes.
and this is the right path.
Yes.
There are signs, right? 11:11, this, and people say, like, if you see 11:11, that means that God is showing you the sign that this is the right path.
Yeah.
And it does not harm to believe in that. Like if it makes you happy, if it makes you keep going, it's
Whatever
no harm in believing.
yeah.
Some people say it's like a made up thing, which could be a made up thing, but if it's making a
If
person
the angel numbers make you feel
Feel
good and
good.
the force and the guidance is with you, go for it.
Go for it. Just
Whatever
believe it.
Yeah.
it will happen.
Yeah.
So I believe in 11:11 because I see that number so many times in my
Yeah.
day. I'm like, oh. I'm like, all the day I spot that number. And then I realize, oh, maybe it's a sign from the God. Like, whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
it's good. Like, I'm showing you the sign, you stupid girl. Just keep on going there.
Going
Don't
there.
just navigate here because we overthink, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said na ki God shows me like the wheel is moving slowly but surely. So the little signs, it doesn't have to be that tomorrow it exactly happened what I wished for. But I just realized I think I'm in the process. Like something happens there that gives me, there's so many times where I'm like I'm making a certain expenditure that I don't have, I don't have the bandwidth to pay, and some gig will come up, some payment will come up that I don't even remember was due or something, and I'll be like, you sneaky.
that he always keeps you provided.
Yeah.
And by that thing,
That's what, yeah.
gratification, gratitude.
Yeah.
I was again talking to somebody. I talked about this a lot. If you meet me in person and if I vibe with you, I'll
Yeah.
talk about these topics a lot because I love it.
Yeah.
So what happens? Like they say, when you show gratitude, but when you add but to that means you're denying that gratitude, what you were doing in the first place. And I used to do this a lot until someone corrected me.
Yeah.
And I used to, I'm very happy, but you know what I feel? I should have like done better in this.
Yeah.
That's the way you just cancel out whatever you were like showing
That's true.
thankful. Just show
Yeah.
thanking the universe and just move on.
Yeah.
It will show you the ways.
Yeah.
And being grateful for the basic things
Yes.
will take you to the higher things. And
Yes.
I've started doing that recently.
So I genuinely, people have told me that your energy is different to be around now. And it's not even been as long that
Yeah.
these people have known me. But I am much more positive and I have that newfound belief in life and in the higher power. And it's very mindlessly that this shift has happened. So I like that even better. That I did not have to, make myself believe in it. It just happened. It genuinely came from within where I was like, and in my case, as I told you, I think from the first episode as well, it's a reflection. My belief in myself and the life I'm living and my actions is from my family and friends, because they really put in an insane amount of belief in me that I don't get from where it comes. But when I started giving myself that grace, is when I realized magic happens, bro. Like I can't put it in words. Seriously, magic happens.
Which is very good to
Yeah.
be in a position where you have people around you who know. My family is not very how do I say, they don't show love that
Verbal
much
about it.
They're not verbal about they are proud.
Yeah.
I know they're
Of
proud,
course
I
they
know
are.
whatever they, but they're not verbal.
I get it.
Right? We all have so different personalities, man, in my family. Like if you meet up, like this is the reaction.
Got it.
Me and my brother,
Yeah.
we are north and south. We are north and south. But I know that he's proud of me. I know I am proud of him, right? But we are not verbal. We are not verbal.
Bro,
and have
putting
a
out
walk.
a good energy in the world, it's only gonna do good.
Yeah.
In the most simplest terms, like it's such a stupid thought to say out loud, but it is a
It is.
fact.
And it gets too folded.
It can.
And then I message Avni, like
Yeah.
I went out for a walk, you should also go. Then she goes. And I'm like, okay, then she must have done, and she must have told somebody. But it starts
or just
from
felt
something.
good, but that's
Just
so
felt good.
nice.
It's nice.
It's really
Even
nice.
if we are talking about something,
Yeah.
we fought a lot, guys. We fought
Are we
a
doing
lot behind the scenes, I'm saying, because we are again different personalities.
Yeah, we are.
We are a different personality.
But we're also at the same time like two very strong-headed,
Strong.
opinionated
Very.
women. Both of us, by the way.
Very.
But again, we're also, again, the base level is we're good people.
Yeah.
We have the same interest, that is this project, our love for content creation. So I think we can still at the same time, navigate our way
Yeah.
to come to the same ground. But we are two very opinionated people. So
Yeah.
we are going to butt heads. It's
Yeah.
just obvious.
And this is also the change.
Yeah.
Change. I don't know if you are that person.
Yeah.
But earlier, like
Hanji.
maybe 5 years ago, if somebody would have been like this to me, I'm like, who are you? Excuse me, who are you to say me? Who are you to tell me? But now,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
Shift of energy, shift of situationships. showing
Even
all
the
of
way
these
I
things.
handle things, because now I don't want to give a comeback. I don't. I'm like, take your time, we'll talk it out.
I gave a
Easy.
comeback like, you come here
You're
first.
good. You're good.
Then I'll calm
Bro,
down.
because I know when I be petty, I
Yeah.
am petty.
I
And
know.
you don't want to see that. And I don't want to show or just be that person, because I can be petty. I have it in me. But I don't want to go there. So I'm always like, let it cool down. Because I've seen myself been the worst version of me for sure. Like I've said sometimes things that I'm like, wow, that was brutal. And I don't mean it. And it
Just,
hurts
yeah.
me later because you just want to say something brutal just, to come
Yeah,
back
come
at the
back.
other person. Then I'm like, that's not me. I'm going to try to maintain my cool, walk away. And which was never me, because I used to get very anxious if it's not resolved then and there. My mother literally knows all my vices, my bad habits. I'm super close to her. So I'm like, you know how flawed your kid is, and it is what it is. And he's like, yeah, but it's my kid at the end of the day. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's how we make it
my
work.
creation.
It's my creation, exactly that.
Actually, that's true.
That's
I love
true.
it.
So, anyways, talking about my mother and gratitude, actually, this came on the other day. All this while, like my mom used to be, be grateful for this or be grateful for that. That shukar hai that at least we have this much. Shukar is just gratitude, basically, like shukrana, right? I mean, we know. Just translating for anybody who
I'm just
doesn't
waiting her
understand
to finish.
Hindi or Punjabi, go for that next, okay? So, mom was actually, I was telling her that hey mother, I got this gig. It is a very special gig because it was unpaid, by the way. It was a 4-day long gig. And I'm like, but this is a very good opportunity. Sometimes you need exposure, especially in a new country when you're starting out. I'm like, yes, I'm not getting paid, but it's this good opportunity. And I noticed that little shift of tone in her voice. She didn't say it. She would never say it. I know for a fact she's my mother. So I know that she would never give me, even a hint of that. But I kind of suspected because then she's my mother. So I got it. And I was like, Mom, I'm just grateful that I even have it. Like, काम है वो उसका भी शुक्र है. I sometimes I'm like, oh God, I'm so busy, this, that. I don't have time to eat, but I'm so grateful in the first place that I have work. I'm so grateful in the first place that, I'm not able to eat healthy or something. I have to eat out. I'm grateful I have the money to eat out. I have the means to make that choice.
I know.
So these little things, and it genuinely comes from within. So to be able to be like correcting my mother, Loki, over the fact that I'm so grateful I have it in the first place, even she was like, you're right. Probably just because they're elder doesn't mean they're always going to be correct, right?
They're just looking out for you.
And in that moment, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like me.
And
So,
yeah.
I really like these two words, shukrana and sabr. So I went to Vancouver. I got a tattoo on my hand.
What's your tattoo?
Yes, and this is the only tattoo that my mother loves.
Aw.
She said that shukar hai kuch tu chajda tattoo
Tattoo
karwaya hai.
karaya.
Thank God, after all, you have a
Yeah.
meaningful tattoo.
Yeah.
So I really love. I have it on my left hand. It's like shukar and sabr.
Sabr, yeah.
So whenever I see him, like, oh, yeah, so cute. Then then I'm happy. Then I'm good. But it's nice. I love it. And being grateful for tiniest things will lead to greater things.
Yeah.
We are not very. I don't want to call ourselves a person who knows more about spirituality, about manifestation. We are not.
We don't have any words of wisdom. We are
don't
sharing
have
our
our.
experiences,
So
our
that
stories.
if you are also having self-doubt, whatever
Yeah.
about yourselves, which I still have. Like during this podcast, I still have think,
yeah.
maybe not. I still have doubts on so many topics we have talked about.
Yeah.
But if there is one thing that I can share, being an elder sister, because I'm never an elder sister, I'm the youngest one. But if somebody's listening to this podcast, if somebody's listening to this, if you want to change your life slightest bit, start by being grateful
Yeah.
for tiny things.
Yes.
Step number 1 is being grateful for the food you have, for the bed you have, for the roof you have, for the friends you have, for the family you have. After that, observe the change, move to second step.
Yes. It might sound super silly and like super obvious, but we are not. If you actually sit down with your thoughts, you'll realize how ungrateful I sound or can be, and how there's an element of entitlement in that as well. Like, I deserve this. You have to start with, you really don't deserve anything. You have to earn it up.
Yeah.
This country really taught me that. When I was doing those shitty part-time roles, I was like, I went in with the mentality that I don't have to like mop floors or like I deserve better because I've done the work.
Which is good at one point.
Which is good, but again, there's genuinely a hint of entitlement in that, and I never thought I was an entitled person, but I realized maybe it was some underlying essence of it, because I was so pampered, so like coddled back home. They came like I come from a good family and all that there's a hint of entitlement, and I'm not like ashamed to accept it. But when I really mopped a union's fucking floor, that entitlement was also mopped away.
Yeah, there are so many reels on Instagram saying that this country humbles you in so many ways that you don't even know.
It did.
But I really love this conversation.
It was very heartwarming.
It was very heartwarming.
It was.
And if there is a takeaway from this, I would only suggest you to do two things, which is being grateful and stop adding but after you show your grateful or gratitude.
Because you're just cancelling it out.
I used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
I am one of you guys. I know how it sounds like. Like, how would I convey the message? He already knows.
That's true.
Just be grateful. Don't add but.
Yeah.
And just start this and come back to this podcast if you see a change in your life and share your experiences. What if you have been into this manifestation, gratitude, whatever that is, whatever you call it, what is your experience? What are the things you do?
Yeah.
Tell us your experience in the comments. And if you want a part 2 of this conversation, if you want us to take up your comments, your experiences, we would love to do that.
Yeah.
But
I'm really looking forward to reading the comments under this video particularly, and I hope it's well received because it's coming from a very hearty place, like
a very hearty and very beginner amateur people. We are not.
There are no words of wisdom, we are no spiritual gurus, guides, but it's just two girls talking about their beliefs and how these little changes
they are helping us, and it might
us.
help you if you are in same situations like us. Because I think
I believe a lot of people
we all are stupid here. Just accept
Another
it.
thing is nothing but just confidently fucking guessing about life. So there you go. That was another episode of Gigi Unplugged.
We'll see you in the next
Such
one.
an RJ.
Bye.
Bye.